Hello, and welcome back to yet another episode on how Activision is continuing to fail the Call of Duty franchise. And this time, Activision is shutting down the OG original Warzone. It's kind of concerning, but at the same time, it's kind of like, oh, thank goodness gracious. Now, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna miss playing the original Warzone. I mean, personally, I don't really play solos in Warzone. Well, the original at least. I only play Warzone with my friends, but ever since, the hacking situation and the cheating situation has kind of gotten out of control in the OG Warzone. People were just stepping away from this for a while, including myself and some of my friends that were playing this game. We were just like, nah, fuck this. We're just gonna go play something else. And there are some people that do genuinely still play this OG Warzone, which is very unfortunate because a lot of people prefer to play the original Warzone instead of the newer Warzone because at least in the original Warzone there was actually some entertainment and some fun there. Now don't get me wrong, I personally thought the original Warzone was great too. I had some fantastic moments in there. I remember there was a moment where I was in a helicopter with some of my friends, and there was an enemy helicopter pulling up next to us. And I remember I jumped out of the helicopter and threw a C4 at the enemy helicopter coming towards me and my friends. And I blew up that helicopter and got like a squad wipe of 3 or 4 people. I also remember there was a clutch moment that one of my good buddies even pulled off where we were in the final circle where it was just closing into nothingness, and there was a buy station, and one of my good buddies bought me back last second and pulled off a clutch, and somehow we were able to get a victory in Warzone. And it's just amazing moments like those. Like you can pull clutch moments to win a game, amazing moments saving your team from an oncoming enemy vehicle. It's just moments like that I miss in Call of Duty today. And it's just those moments are just so rare now. It's just you don't really see them anymore. It's like just finding a unicorn at the end of the rainbow just eating a box of Lucky Charms while sitting next to a pot of gold. That's how rare it is. But unfortunately, it looks like we will not be able to play the original Warzone ever again. Now, there's an article I would like to read to you guys explaining why the original Warzone is shutting down, and the Call of Duty developers did announce on Twitter that they were shutting this down, but there is an article that also explains why it is as shutting down as well. This article comes from thecomicbook.com. I'm going to pull it up and read it to you guys, and I'm going to give you all my thoughts and opinions on this as we go along. Call of Duty Warzone Caldera is officially shutting down in a few months. Activision announced this week this version of Call of Duty Warzone, the OG version, for those who may have been playing Call of Duty Warzone 2 and have forgotten all about this one, is essentially the legacy version of Warzone played on the old Caldera map by those who didn't want to switch over to Warzone 2. Al Raza, I think is how you say it. I apologize if I said it wrong. September 21st will mark the end of Caldera, Activision said, but the company promises that even more Warzone content is on the way for players in the future. Okay, so I want to talk about this for a second, okay? So, the original Warzone is going to be shutting down its live service on the 21st of September. So, if you want to play the original Warzone and get those last minute matches in before it shuts down permanently, by all means, I strongly advise you go do that. Personally, I'm probably going to pass on playing the original Warzone. I'm not really interested in the Battle Royale genre anymore, but I still think people who genuinely enjoy Battle Royale games, like Call of Duty Warzone, for example, I would recommend you guys go check it out for yourselves. But Personally, I'm not really going to do that because I haven't really been enjoying Call of Duty as of lately. But for those people that do enjoy Call of Duty, it's, again, very unfortunate because some people prefer the original Warzone over the newer one. But however, Activision did say there's going to be more content coming for Warzone, and I'm pretty sure they're trying to say like they're adding newer content for the newer Warzone 2.0 for like the newer Call of Duty, like Modern Warfare 2 reboot. So, if you're probably wondering will we get content for the original Warzone? Probably not. I mean, the way I understand this is they're going to continue to focus on Warzone content, but for the newer Warzone, not the original, unfortunately. So, but anyway, let's go back to the article, shall we? Because there is still more to talk about. The end of Caldera was announced on Thursday with a brief blog post accompanying the news to explain what this end of live for the original Warzone will look like. For players, however, there is not much to take in. When September 21st comes around, you simply won't be able to play on Caldera anymore. Everything that the version of the original Warzone offer, including the maps itself and player progression you amassed there over the years, will completely expire. As of Warzone moves ahead with exciting new experiences to come, Warzone Caldera will shut down on the 21st of September 2023, Activision said. All Caldera gameplay, player progression, inventories, and online services will expire on that date. Now, this is the sucky ass part of the original Warzone shutting down because all the progress you have made towards your weapons and all the skins that you bought in the past, they won't be available on Warzone 2.0. So, you're probably wondering, well, Nightwing, what about if I just play the base game? Not Warzone. What if I still play Modern Warfare 2019? What if I play Black Ops Cold War or Call of Duty Vanguard? Will I still have my skins for those games and my progression? Well, that's a really good question. So in the article, it just says Warzone progression. So any progression you made in Warzone, whether it be Warzone exclusive skins or exclusive weapons or whatever, those form of progression will not transfer over to the newer Warzone 2.0. If you're just playing Modern Warfare 2019 and you have a skin that you really like and a couple of weapons you really like, if you just play like the multiplayer of Modern Warfare 2019, that stuff should save. If you just play Black Ops Cold War and you have a weapon you really like or a skin you really like, for example, and you just play the multiplayer or the zombies, your skin and your progress should save. Same thing with Vanguard. Even though that game is one of the worst Call of Duties ever, if you have a skin you really like in Vanguard or a weapon you like in Vanguard, and you want to know if that stuff will save, if you play the zombies, which I strongly advise against, everyone should avoid it, or if you play multiplayer, then your skins and your progress will save. So, unfortunately, if you're wondering if this stuff will transfer over to the newer Warzone, it will not, unfortunately. But if you're just playing like the multiplayer or like the zombies in like the older Call of Duties, then all your progress should be saved regardless. So, I really wouldn't worry too much about that part as I have a sneeze coming. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. I'm just allergic to terrible PR and Activision. No, but on a more serious note, this is sucky news, and this is very unfortunate for a lot of people because a lot of people still want to play the original Warzone, and not a lot of people are going to be able to play it much longer due to this very unfortunate news. And people are worried, like, what about all the progression we have done? All the skins we bought, all the weapon progression we made from the original Warzone? That's not going to carry over to the newer Warzone 2.0. And all that effort we made in the past, getting skins, getting camos for our Warzone weapons, that's pretty much all for nothing then. So, it's very sucky news, and this is part of the reason why I don't like playing these types of live service games. Because developers like Activision will take no consideration into to progression whatsoever, and they won't let us carry over progress from the original Warzone over to the second one. For God's sakes, Fortnite, when they get a new chapter, at least Fortnite lets you keep all your skins and all your progression when a new chapter starts. And I've been on thin ice with Fortnite as of lately. And surprisingly, I've been actually having more fun playing Fortnite than Call of Duty. But even then, man, like I'm still very hesitant to play Fortnite because the game still disappointed me with all the constant disappointing updates. But so far, Chapter 4, Season 3 is kind of looking promising so far. But even then, man, like I'm still hesitant to play Fortnite. And I know some of my friends that want me to play Fortnite are still desperate or they're just bored out of their minds. And if they really want me to play Fortnite, then maybe I'll play every once in a blue moon. But they're gonna have to do some serious convincing still for me to even go back to Fortnite. But at this point, with the direction that Call of Duty is going in, I might as well just make the best of it. You know what I'm saying? But this is just unfortunate, man. So, personally, I would recommend you guys try other games like Fortnite if you really like battle royale games. Personally, I'm getting sick and tired of the battle royale genre, and I think we just need something new, and it's just not really interesting for me anymore. But even then, man, like battle royale, I still think is a interesting concept on paper, and it still is an interesting thing for a lot of people, and I don't want to see that go away. I really don't. But this sucks, and it's just very unfortunate. So, with that being said, thank you everyone for watching and for listening. Let me know what you all think about this in the comments down below. And until next time, I'm talking about how Activision is shutting down the original Warzone very soon. And I'll see you all later.